Numbers from the Philippine Statistics Authority show more Filipinos joined the ranks of those living in poverty in 2021 from 2018. The percentages rose from 16.7% to 18.1%, or nearly 20 million people last year from over 17 million 3 years ago.
Poverty and inequality are not distant problems. They are stories of families, dreams put on hold, and lives weighed down by struggles that many of us will never face. Behind every statistic is a person longing for the same dignity, hope, and chance to live fully.
Structural poverty happens when people remain poor due to larger issues like unemployment, discrimination, and lack of access to education or job, creating a cycle of inequality. How do systematic problems trap people in poverty? Catholic social teaching calls for reforming unjust system, promoting dignity and prioritizing the poor to break barriers and achieve the common good.
Unemployment and lack of livelihood. Without stable work, people cannot afford basic needs. Unequal job access worsens poverty and widens the rich-poor gap. Ensuring stable jobs also involves protecting workers' rights through strong labor, laws, and unions. When workers have a voice in the workplace, they are more likely to experience fair treatment, job security, and better working conditions. It can also be ensured by investing in education and job training, which equip people with the skills needed in a changing economy. How can stable jobs be ensured? The Church teaches that work must uphold human dignity. Governments and communities should promote fair wages, decent conditions, and inclusive opportunities.
Food insecurity, hunger, poverty, and inequality causes hunger when families cannot access or afford nutritious food, leading to malnutrition and poor health.
This lack of nourishment weakens people's ability to work, study, and participate fully in the society, creating barriers that keeps them trapped in a cycle of disadvantages. Children, in particular, suffer lasting effects when their physical and cognitive development is compromised, limiting their future opportunities and potential to rise above hardship.
How does human dignity address this food insecurity? Hunger violates the human dignity. The Church urges to prioritizing the poor, ensuring the fair access to food, and creating just a system that protects that life.
The poor, sick, and marginalized suffer when ignored, deepening inequality and stripping them of dignity.
When this happens, they are left without proper access to healthcare, education, and other opportunities for growth. Over time, their voices are silenced, making it harder for them to break free from cycles of poverty and exclusion. And as their struggles persist, the burden doesn't just fall on them, it weakens communities as a whole. Society loses potential talent, compassion, and contributions that could have come from them if only they were supported. True progress can't exist while a portion of people remain unseen and left behind.
Why does neglect worsen poverty? Ignoring the vulnerable denies their worth. Catholic teaching stresses compassion, justice, and care for the least of these.
Environmental harm like pollution and climate change hits the poor hardest, leaving them with fewer resources to recover.
Environmental harm such as pollution and climate change has the greatest impact on poor communities. When floods, typhoons, or droughts strike, the poor often loses their homes, jobs, and access to clean water.
Why is caring for the environment also justice for the poor? Protecting creation protects the vulnerable, as Pope Francis teaches. Caring for nature is also caring for people.
Rich nations often dominate trade and resources, leaving poorer countries trapped in debt and slow growth.
Wealthy nations typically control advanced industries, multinational corporations, and international financial institutions, which gives them leverage in setting trade rules and economic policies. Poorer countries, on the other hand, often rely heavily on exporting raw materials or low-cost labor, which gives their profits small compared to the high-value products sold by the richer economies.
How do unfair global systems sustain inequality? The Church calls for global solidarity, fair trade, and debt relief. Rich nations must reform systems and support sustainable development.
Some groups are excluded from jobs and opportunities due to discrimination, education gaps, or unfair systems, keeping them in poverty.
This exclusion prevents people from fully participating in the economy, limiting their chances to earn stable income or escape poverty. Many face barriers such as limited access to quality education, lack of training opportunities, or being forced into low-paying and unstable jobs. Others experience discrimination in hiring, unequal wages, or even denied financial support and resources that could help them improve their lives. Over time, these challenges trap marginalized groups in the cycles of poverty and deepen inequality across society. Addressing this requires inclusive policies, fair systems, and opportunities that allow everyone to contribute and benefit equally.
Why is exclusion unjust? Everyone has the right to work with dignity. Catholic teaching demands inclusive systems that empower the poor and serve the common good.
If every life holds equal worth, why do so many still have to fight just to survive?